Good morning, everyone. A good Erev Shabbos. We're continuing here in the words of the Horowitz in the Sefer Mitzvos HaKotzar. And this is Mitzvahs Lo Yisar Say, negative commandment, Kuf Lamed Hey 135. Shalei Tinosei Eishes Hameis B'lei Banim Le'ish Azar. If a woman is married and her husband passes away, and when he dies, together they have no children, she doesn't have banim, she has no children from him, she cannot go and marry a stranger, meaning outside of the family. There's something called the Mitzvah of Yibum. She has an obligation to marry the brother of her deceased husband, and through him they should have a child, and that child should end up being a living legacy to the deceased husband who is no longer here in the world. Shenemar, like it says, Loisiya Eishes Hamesa Chutza Leish Zar. The wife of the man who passed away should not marry outside of the family, leish zar, to a stranger. V'im yesh lemeis ach min ha'av. And therefore says the Horowitz, if the husband who passed away left over a brother as well, from the same father, im lo chalotza koidem, if the woman did not do what's called chalitza first. Chalitza is a very special shoe ceremony in which she has a very specialized shoe, spits past the shoe towards the husband, the brother of her deceased husband, and says, I do not want to marry you, I do not want to keep the marriage alive and going, and she does chalitza to absolve herself from that marriage. If she didn't do that, if she married a strange man, meaning not the brother, and she goes and she has relations with him, both she and the husband, who is the stranger, quote unquote, because he's not the brother of her deceased husband, they both transgress this prohibition of a woman whose husband passes away and leaves over a brother is not allowed to marry a stranger. The man is also part and parcel of this aveira, of this sin. Umaitzia beget, the man must remove her with a get, meaning divorce her, with a document of divorce. Utzricha chalitza me'ayavam, and then she has to go and do chalitza. She has to do this ceremony with the yavam, with the brother of her deceased husband, to free herself from that bond as well. Ve'az he v'nayeg b'chol makom v'chol zman, and then she is allowed to go and marry whoever she would like to, once that she's freed herself up from the strange man that she married before, and she now freed herself through chalitza to the yavam, to the brother of her deceased husband. Now she's v'az he, now she's back within her own jurisdiction. She can go and marry who she would like to. V'nayeg b'chol makom v'chol zman. This is something that applies everywhere, all of the time. It's a very rare mitzvah that takes place today when there would be something called chalitza, although it does happen every once in a while, and when it does, it's usually quite a gathering of rabbanim, of chachamim, of people that have studied these laws and understand the laws, and they would like to see it in action. But suffice to say that a person should know that this is a real halacha that applies in the world today, and we have to be careful to make sure that a person doesn't transgress such a prohibition. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful Shabbos.